Joining me now is the play-by-play voice of the Augustana College Vikings, Jeff Fylling. Jeff, great to have you with us on Augustana Sportscene. To start out here, let's talk a little bit about the career in play-by-play. You've been doing this quite a while. How did you get into it?
Well, this is my 22nd year with Augustana, 31st year of doing games, and how I got into it was I had a great teacher and coach my senior year at Lennox High School, and his name was Sam Milanovich. He knew I was interested in this. He helped me get a job at KSOO with Danny Olson because he knew Danny so well, and I started there my freshman year at Augustana when I was 17 years old and have been doing it ever since.
And you've done a great job for us, Jeff. Folks out there probably think you just show up a few minutes before the game and start rambling on because you sound so natural in what you do, but a lot of preparation goes into what you do. Maybe talk about that.
Well, I spend about 6 to 8 hours a week during the football season getting prepared for a game on Saturday. I memorize the two deep of the opposition team in my head, and fortunately I have a very good short-term memory. As you know, my total memory is not very good. And for basketball, I spend probably about 2 hours a week getting ready for weekend conference games, and as many games as we've had this year, I'm working almost every night. If I'm not doing a game, I do it at night and get ready.
Well, Jeff, I know you've been influenced by some play-by-play people over the years. Maybe talk about some of those people.
Well, I started paying attention to play-by-play people when I was 5 years old on television, the radio. I was influenced by people like Norm Hilson, Danny Olson, because they sounded like they were having fun when they were doing games. I loved to listen to Ray Christensen, who did the University of Minnesota for over 50 years. He was a great influence to me. I've tried not to copy anybody, and my favorite national announcer has always been Dick Enberg.
Jeff, what do you see as the biggest challenge for you in doing play-by-play?
Oh boy, that's an interesting question. It's trying to remember what I've memorized during the week. When you do so many games so fast, you hope that things don't run onto each other, but sometimes I get first names wrong. And the reason I do is I may know somebody with the same first name and same last name as another guy, and I will insert first name by accident occasionally. But the biggest challenge is for me to get there on time, to be mentally ready, and get into it and go.
And Jeff, almost 1,000 games I think that you've done now, counting football, men's basketball, women's basketball. Right. I know it's tough to reflect on specific things, but do any things over the years stick out for you in doing the games?
Well, the players stick out to me the most. The greatest thing about being at Augustana for me has been that the relationships I've had with the players and how great the kids are. They're just perfect gentlemen and ladies, and they turn out to be very successful people. That's when they forget about me, but I haven't forgotten about any of those kids. I mean, the games come and go, and there's memorable games certainly, but the relationships I've had with the players, the coaches, people like you, I've made great friends here. I'd be remiss if I tried to mention them all, but people like yourself and Coach Heinitz, Coach Billiter now, and Gary Thomas, people like that have been turned into lifelong friends.
Jeff, as you look ahead, we hope you're going to be doing this a long time. What do you think about the future of play-by-play?
Well, for me, it's fun to have basketball be exciting again on the men's side. I'm looking forward to working with Coach Salem. Working with Coach Billiter is great. I've never seen a guy work as hard as he does, and I know you worked hard, but this guy is... he's just into it, and I know he's going to be very successful. And working with Coach Krauth has been great over the years. The funnest part for me, like I said, is the people. But I think that athletics at Augustana is on the upswing, and it's certainly a great time to be involved in it.
Well, Jeff, we're so appreciative of Don Jacobs and Results Radio and you and our broadcast. So thanks for everything you've done, and let's have some more fun doing Augie Sports.
We will, and you have a good Christmas meal this afternoon.
Okay.